Good morning, students. Our next topic in electronic spectroscopy is chromophore. Generally, when we saw about some compounds, the compounds looks like in different colors. Means what? If your eye is telling that whether it is violet, blue, yellow, or green color, means that that substance is absorbing the light radiations in the visible region, and moreover the emitted light is also in the visible region. So any compound which is responsible for showing that color is called chromophore. Once again I will repeat this one. uh, Generally in our daily lives we are seeing about our surroundings. We are telling, yes, this is in this color, this is red color, yellow color, or light pink color, like that. We will talk with others, right? So how we are telling that one? Because that particular substance or that particular cloth will takes the light radiations from the sun, absorbs some light radiations, and emits the light which are in the visible region. So then only you are telling that yes, that is some XYZ color. Okay. So any substance which is responsible for telling, for showing about that color is called what? Chromophore. Okay. Generally, now coming to our compounds, chemical compounds, nitro compounds looks like yellow color. So here, which is responsible for showing this yellow color? This nitro group is responsible. Okay. Next, suppose if you take azo dye, which is light brick red color. Dye means colors, right? So here this azo group is responsible for the this azo group is imparting the color to that particular substance. Okay. So suppose if you take aromatic diazonium chloride, aromatic diazonium chloride is red in color. Which one? Because of due to the presence of this azo group, this aromatic diazonium chloride is showing that particular color. So now what is meant by this chromophore? Chromophore means an isolated, any isolated covalently bonded group that shows a characteristic absorption in UV visible region is called what? Chromophore. Okay. So generally chromophore examples are what? NO2, azo group. Okay. And what are the other examples? C double bond C, or C triple bond N, or keto group. These all will come under the examples of this chromophore. Okay. Now, presence of this chromophore will imparts the lambda max value to a higher value or to a lower value. Once again I will repeat this particular topic to you before studying about this bathochromic shift as well as this hypsochromic shift. First you need to know what is meant by auxochrome. Okay. So an auxochrome means which is any group uh, does not itself acts as a chromophore, but whose presence brings about shift of the absorption band towards higher or shorter wavelengths. So what is meant by oxochrome? Oxochrome is a group like OH or amines group or alkoxy groups. Okay, examples are OH, alkoxy groups or what? Amines. Okay, so any group which does not act as a chromophore like above, which does not act as a chromophore but whose presence brings about the shift of this absorption band either towards higher wavelengths or towards the shorter wavelengths. Okay, I'll tell you a very small example to you. Suppose if you took this one, ethylene. Okay, so ethylene acts as a chromophore. Okay, I wrote example here, right? So which shows some color. But when this one hydrogen is replaced and if it is replaced with OH, it is becoming vinyl alcohol. Now in this vinyl alcohol, some resonance is possible because when this, let us suppose the bonded electrons are shifted here, automatically this oxygen will give electrons to this one. Means here the delocalization of pi electrons is taking place. Before, without the presence of this one, of course it acts as a chromophore. But here OH is not a chromophore. But when this OH is connected to any other substance, because of this presence of this OH group, the delocalization of electrons is taking place, so that the lambda max value will shift to higher wavelength. The lambda max value will shift to higher wavelength. That is called shifting of lambda max to higher values is just a minute. Shifting of lambda max to a higher wavelength is called what is that? Bathochromic shift. Is called bathochromic shift, or also called as red shift. So here the presence of this oxochrome is causing the shifting of lambda maximum to higher wavelengths, because what happened here? Delocalization is happened here. Because it is shifting from left to right, we are calling it as red shift. Or there is one more chance for this also is, along with this oxochrome, if you changes the solvent, if we change the solvent also, this bathochromic shift will takes place. It is observed not only by the addition of oxochrome, the same bathochromic shift you can observe by changing the solvent. Okay, why? Because if you change the solvent, maybe there is a chance of hydrogen bonding. I'll tell you one example to you. If you took acetone whose lambda max value is 279 millimicrons, okay, where it is in the presence of hexane. But if you change this hexane to water, what will happen? It will come to 264. Means here the lambda max value is decreasing. Okay, so because of due to this decrease, so even by changing the solvent also lambda max value will get shifts. Okay, but here in bathochromic shift, what I told to you, if we place any oxochrome or if we change the solvent, lambda max value will shift from left to right. But here I wrote the example where the lambda max value is shifted from higher value to lower value. Such type of shifting is called hypsochromic shift. Such type of shifting is called hypsochromic shift. So, in this hypsochromic shift, by placing of this, what is this one? By placing of any oxochrome or by changing of the solvent, the lambda max value will shifts from higher to lower value. So, that's why this is also called as a blue shift. Okay. Suppose if you took the example of aniline. Suppose if you took the example of aniline, generally this aniline is having conjugation. Aniline is having conjugation. You know that which undergoes resonance. That is delocalization will takes place. Okay. Now if you took this aniline whose lambda max value is 280 millimicrons. But if you change the solvent, if you selected the solvent as water, automatically this aniline will turns into anilinium ion, that is NH3 plus, which turns into NH3 plus. So here there are no free electrons upon nitrogen. So what will happen? Delocalization won't takes place. In such cases, the lambda max value will fall into 200 millimicrons. Okay. So bathochromic shift means shifting of lambda max from left to right, that is red shift. Hypsochromic shift means shifting of lambda max value by the presence of oxochrome or by changing the solvent from right to left, that is what? Blue shift. And there are two more are there. One is hyperchromic effect and second one is hypochromic effect. So first we will see what is hyperchromic effect. Hyperchromic effect means intensity of absorption increases. Intensity of absorption increases. What is hypochromic shift? Hypochromic effect. Hypochromic effect means exactly reverse. Intensity of absorption decreases. So overall the same thing about this bathochromic shift or hypsochromic shift or hypochromic or hyperchromic, everything we are placing on a single diagram. Okay, taking wavelength on x-axis and absorption, intensity of absorption on y-axis. Intensity of absorption on y-axis. Okay, let us suppose the graph is like this. The graph is like this. If any oxochrome is present, then what will happen? See, I will write here 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800 nanometers. By placing of any oxochrome or by changing the solvent, what will happen? Lambda max value will shift it towards right side. Then the observed effect is called what? Bathochromic shift. We also call it as red shift. Similarly, the presence of oxochrome or by changing the solvent, sometimes the lambda max will shift towards left side. That is called what? Hypsochromic shift. We also call it as blue shift. Right. And sometimes during this lambda max changing, what will happen? The intensity of absorption also increases. So this is called what? Hyperchromic effect. Sometimes the intensity of absorption decreases. That is called what? Hypochromic effect. Okay. So overall, this is the concept of chromophore. Chromophore means any group which is responsible for giving color is called a chromophore. Auxochrome means actually which does not act as a chromophore, but when it is in contact with a substance, the absorption of light may shifts towards higher wavelength or may shifts towards shorter wavelengths. So, if it shifts towards higher wavelengths, we call it as bathochromic shift. If it shifts takes place from left to right, that is blue shift takes place, we call it as hypsochromic shift. And next one is intense. In terms of intensity of absorption, we call them as hyperchromic and hypochromic. And the everything what we discussed up to here, we just simply represented with a graph.